pulled off the girl's phone. It says, I just killed 2 people and I did 2 arsons. I'm in deep trouble.
For the first time, we're getting an inside look into the mind of 2 convicted killers. One, a 35-year-old who admitted to murdering his mother, and the other, his 17-year-old girlfriend who orchestrated the entire scheme. From her shocking ultimatum, begging her boyfriend to kill his own mother, to their ill-fated plans to flee the country.
He was stopped down in Arizona with a female, a 17-year-old that's a missing runaway. The 17-year-old stated that she committed a murder and an arson.
Newly released body camera video shows officials respond to the crime scene, where the victim is nowhere to be found.
I have not seen her in forever.
But early on, it looks like it's a recovery mission rather than a rescue.
That dude's mom's probably in the trunk.
So here's the story. Last May, officials in Sylvania Township, Ohio, began the search for 53-year-old Nicole Jones, who was missing. Here's body camera video of first responders arriving at her home. Right away, they note this case is a weird one.
That's kind of I read it as I'm coming down here. It's kind of a weird one.
There's a package on the front porch. It looks like it's been there a week.
Nicole's disappearance soon became more complicated when detectives connected it with another missing person, 17-year-old Kaitlyn Coones, a foster child who was reported as a runaway from her group home. The 2 women are connected through Jonathon Jones. He's the son of Nicole Jones, and at the time of her disappearance was dating Kaitlyn Coones. Kaitlyn Coones inadvertently tipped off the investigation when she texted a nurse at her group home saying that she had just killed 2 people, set a home on fire, and was on the run. In this body cam, first responders discussed this right away.
You guys are marshals? Yeah. Okay. Are you working with the detective? Is Canton?
Yeah,
okay.
It's like a fugitive investigation, but then I guess
the one lady said that she killed her in arson.
Yeah.
Okay.
That doesn't obviously
so
fit,
I don't know if I think
they're supposedly they took mom's car. The lady that lives here, they're in her car somewhere.
Okay.
Supposedly.
Do we know how old she is?
The primary goal of first responders is to find Nicole Jones and make sure she's safe. So as body camera video shows, they try to get into her house right away.
Say if it's unlocked, we're just going to go in.
Check that door. I don't know if you tried this one.
No.
I do got my RAM and stuff, but obviously it's your guys'.
You know, I'm going to, of anything, see if we got a key holder here, or the property manager. Usually they have somebody.
From here, officials work to get a key into Jones's home.
Would you happen to be like the property manager?
Well, a property manager doesn't live here. Why would you need?
We are going to need to try to get into a house here on Timber's Edge, 7456. There's some circumstances where we need to check the interior.
Nobody has a key to anybody else's place.
Even the manager?
No.
All right.
I will make a call though.
Okay, if you would. And
What's the address?
7456 Timber's Edge.
7456, the one right here on the corner?
No,
Oh.
we're over here. Very first one coming in.
Detectives on the scene soon hear mention of Nicole Jones's son. That's Jonathon Jones, who at the time was on the run.
This one on this corner right
Nope,
here?
it's definitely 7456. Yeah. We got 2 U.S. Marshals there. It involves a case out of Canton. So we're trying to check the safety of her. Has anybody seen her?
No. I've only seen a guy going in and out of there.
Jonathon Jones is just briefly mentioned before officials keep working to get inside his mother's home.
Okay, so
So would we have anything listed with the manager of people to contact for an emergency?
Well, I have all her phone numbers of people that live there, but it's her phone number.
Okay, but there's nothing listed when she moved in, like an emergency, contact this person, nothing like that?
No.
So the only way we're going to get in is knocking the door down.
I want to thank Morgan & Morgan for sponsoring this body camera video. I mean, I think it's pretty clear from the body cam's Law&Crime covers that the world isn't always the safest place. And when you're hurt, it can be confusing and you don't really know where to turn. Well, Morgan & Morgan is actually the largest injury law firm in America. They have over 1,000 lawyers, and there's a reason they're the biggest. They've won a lot. Morgan & Morgan has completely modernized the personal injury claim process. You can submit a claim and find out if you have a case, all from your phone in 8 clicks or less. So if you've been injured in an accident, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Start a claim in 8 clicks or less without having to leave your couch. You can start your claim at forthepeople.com/LCBodycam. The conversation quickly switches back to Jonathon Jones and the eerie text Kaitlyn Coones sent out.
Did you read the same text I did? No. There's the son took the woman's car with the girlfriend. Okay, the girlfriend down there reported to her caseworker that they killed some lady and burned her house.
Oh, for God's sake.
So that's all we got, and he was on the phone, I think, with that detective in Canton. Why don't you hang out here with her and get that number, and then just come on over? Just wait with her and get her number.
Let me ask you this. Do you want her to call that guy?
Well, we'll call him.
So what happened was this dude was on bond for Wood
The son.
County. The son.
Right.
He was supposed to show up for sentencing or something like that.
Okay.
This morning, the Border Patrol stops him in Douglas, Arizona.
Okay.
With a 17-year-old that's a missing juvenile.
And she's the one reporting the murder and arson.
But they also said they burned the house down too.
Right.
But obviously the house ain't burned down.
Right.
So right now...
So we have no idea where she is.
We don't.
Detectives show a neighbor a picture of Jonathon, and she seems to recognize him.
I guess. So here's him. Here's the guy that's would be what? So he would be somewhere like such.
Is this the gentleman you've seen going in and out?
That looks familiar.
Other detectives speak with a neighbor who confirms that Nicole Jones lives with her son.
So if...
At first, I think it was the son that lived here with her.
Okay.
And yeah, I would say he would have been in his 20s, but that was... Time flies, I'd say at least 3-4 years ago.
Oh, okay. But you haven't seen him at all?
No, and you know, the way these sit, you don't really see people.
Sure.
I just happened to... I'm having a lazy morning in my lazy boy reading the newspaper, and I spotted the police car, and I thought, oh, what's going on here?
Yeah, it's probably nothing, but we just have to check. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
One of the first responders then recaps the case while on the phone.
Hey, we're down here with 2 marshals at this residence. The lady that lives here, her son took her car, and he was stopped down in Arizona with a female, a 17-year-old that's a missing runaway. The 17-year-old stated that she committed a murder and an arson. So we're at the house here. There's no fire, no fire happened, but everything's locked up. So what we're going to do is go in and check the safety and see if we can find this owner of the house, the mother. I don't know if they could have taken her, and if they're heading down to Arizona, already got what they wanted from her and ditched her somewhere. I'm hoping that's not the case.
It's then that first responders finally enter Nicole Jones's home.
We got the window all the way open.
Okay.
We can just step right through it.
Yeah, let's go in. We'll go.
I mean, I don't see no... Police department!
Right here, quarter of the coin.
Yeah, that car's in Douglas, Arizona. Yeah, that way, yeah.
I wonder if they could have did this arson somewhere else.
How about the garage? Did you guys check the garage?
Yes.
Anything in there?
You would have heard it.
Shake plate. No, I meant, is there any vehicles in
No.
there?
So this right here was brought in.
What was her name again?
Nicole Jones.
Do we have anything like a date of birth or?
Her date of birth 9/2/69. Her ops license, her license RR 764734.
Not that old.
It's not. So this.
How old's
dude,
he? How old's the son?
He's like 30. So
What was his first name?
Jonathon
Jonathon
Jones. JONATHON.
Jon. Say that one more time.
JONATHON. And his date of birth is 10/9/89, so he's 33. And he does use this address. And then the missing juvenile is Kaitlyn, KAITLYN.
What was her last name? Any?
Coones, COONES. And her date of birth is 1/21/06. So this warrant was 5/4/23.
Okay.
Is when Wood County. So it was only yesterday
Okay.
that the warrant was issued.
What was it for?
It's for contempt of court. Apparently, he was supposed to appear for sentencing, original charge endangering children, and pandering obscenity.
At this point, investigators see firsthand the text message Kaitlyn Coones wrote confessing to the crime.
It says, I just killed 2 people and I did 2 arsons. I'm in deep trouble and they don't know I'm away from Ohio and about and that was kind of the end of it. But that's
There's the money?
That's
Is that
what-
her holding the money?
I don't know. I'm guessing this is her phone because clearly it says, right, Kaitlyn, whatever. But so Canton PD detectives are working that side of it.
Jesus. All right. That's why we're going to get a detective down here.
Hey, mom's probably in the trunk.
And what?
I said, that dude's mom's probably in the trunk.
Oh, who knows? I mean, I don't know what income. Maybe she, they milked her for that, or who knows?
But I'm saying if they don't have the car, I wonder if they could see if they could put a locator to stop it at the border if they're trying to cross the
We've already done that, and they got airplanes up right now.
Oh, awesome.
So, I don't know, man. I think this is definitely the situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's, not going to look good.
No,
Not gonna
I don't
turn
think so
out.
either.
Both Kaitlyn Coones and Jonathon Jones were arrested when they attempted to flee to Mexico. Investigators later determined it was Coones who initially attacked Nicole Jones. The teenager came up behind her and hit her over the head with a rock before strangling her. They say Jonathon Jones then assisted and helped to dispose of the body. They were originally charged with aggravated murder, tampering with evidence, and abuse of a corpse. Just this month, both defendants took a plea deal.
The defendant will enter a plea of no contest.
At the hearing, prosecutors explained the motive behind the murder.
Who planned to kill Nicole Jones because she was getting in the way of their relationship.
Detectives say before Nicole Jones's murder, Kaitlyn Coones had been sneaking into the home to stay with Jonathon. Coones believed that Nicole Jones was getting in the way of their relationship, so she gave Jonathon an ultimatum. He must kill his mother within 5 hours. When that 5 hours came and went without a murder, Coones apparently granted him a 1-hour extension before taking the matter into her own hands. Afterward, they disposed of the body together. So far, it's yet to have been recovered.
In their recorded interviews, both defendants detailed wrapping the body of Nicole Jones in tarps and placing her into the trunk of her own vehicle. The 2 of them headed to dinner with the body of Nicole Jones still in the trunk of the vehicle.
Nicole Jones's brother spoke out at the hearing, explaining how the murder has affected his family.
The agony of losing Nikki is compounded by the unimaginable betrayal we feel. Knowing that her own son and his girlfriend committed this heinous act We are denied the closure that comes with laying a loved one to rest, and we are haunted by unanswered questions and horrific imaginings of her final moments.
In the end, both Kaitlyn Coones and Jonathon Jones were sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 25 years. Reporting for Law&Crime, I'm Gillespie.